Producent Jan Harlan je rođen u Njemačkoj 5. maja 1937. godine. Filmski producent je i brat Christian Kubrick, udovice reditelja Stanleya Kubricka. Počeo je da radi za reditelja Stanleya Kubricka kao istraživač na filmu o Napoleonu, Kubrickovom nikad snimljenom filmu o francuskom vojnom lideru 1968. godine. Kubrick ga je tada pitao da sa njim pođe u Rumuniju kako bi organizovao snimanje vojnih scena. Harlan je bio izvršni producent Kubrickovim filmovima Barry Lyndon 1975. The Shining 1980. Full Metal Jacket 1987. Eyes Wide Shut 1999. a bio je pomoćnik producenta za A Clockwork Orange 1971. Harlan je također bio izvršni producent za film Artificial Intelligence Stevena Spielberga. Jan Harlan je 2001. godine režirao dugometražni dokumentarac o Kubricku Stanley Kubrick – život u slikama. 2009. godine on je pomogao Tešajnovim urednicima u stvaranju knjige Napoleon Stanley Kubricka, najveći film nikada snimljen. Jan Harlan je nekoliko godina bio redovan gost predavač na Evropskom filmskom koledžu, a na Hertfordshire univerzitetu za film i televiziju uručen mu je počasni doktorat 2011. godine.
So, Mr. Harlan, hello, welcome to Montenegro and to show Pop Kvart broadcasted on Atlas Television. So, whenever we are speaking about you, I think that most impressive thing about your bio is actually collaboration with Stanley Kubrick. So, when you look back at that collaboration, what do you find the most interesting and what was the most challenging for you in that relation?
The most challenging is always to satisfy a person that is so very much demanding on himself. He was very critical of himself in the first place, and if somebody is that, then it is also easy to fall in with the high standard and with the demands made on you. So I had a good time with him. I mean, I would have not worked with Stanley Kubrick for 30 years if I hadn't enjoyed it. We started in 1969 together. It had to do with Napoleon. He wanted to make a film about Napoleon in Romania at that time, and in France and in England. That didn't happen for all kinds of reasons. But then we really got along so well, and I stayed with him until the very end. And that's how it is. My job was to recommend things, to find out what he wanted. I didn't make the film. I mean, absolutely not. The film is made by one person, or rather, you could say by the amalgamation of the writer and the director. So this becomes the director. He makes the film. Everybody else, even the greatest film stars, are a cooperative factor. They don't make the film. The film is made by writer-director. So, I knew my role. I liked my role very much, and my task was to do what he needed, and whether these are permissions or rights or making deals or whatever it is. We were very few people because we took a long time. So an executive producer on a Kubrick film is really truly multitasking. I mean, in Eyes Wide Shut, I bought all the masks in Venice, so because we were very few people, but I loved that. It's great. It was filmmaking in the raw. On The Shining, for example, it was the cameraman and myself. We did all the second unit shots in the mountains in America. Just the two of us, waiting for snow and early in the morning, and we had two lights in the windows, and it was great. It was wonderful. I enjoyed it very much.
And who are you?
What's your name? I didn't catch your name.
I'm not who you think I am.
Who is he then?
I'm Stanley Kubrick, the film director.
Stanley Kubrick? The film director?
Yes, unless there's an animal.
Kubrick je umro marta 1999. godine u svojoj 70. godini. Čitavih 30 godina on je pripremao projekat koji je trebalo da prikaže život velikog francuskog vojskovođe. Kubrickova obsesija Napoleonom bila je tako jaka da je sakupio preko 18.000 knjiga, proučavajući najsitnije detalje iz života ovog slavnog francuskog vojnog zapovjednika i osvajača. Film je trebalo da prati Napoleonov život od rođenja pa sve do intrigantne smrti. Pripremajući se za film koji je trebalo da uslijedi odmah po završetku snimanja legendarnog naučno-fantastičnog filma iz 1968. godine Odiseja u svemiru 2001. Kubrick je filigranski precizno uklapao scenarije i prikupljao slike značajnih lokacija iz Napoleonovog života. Vjerovatno i sve vas kopka zašto film nikada nije snimljen kada su pripreme bile tako intenzivne, a želja očigledna. Film pod nazivom Waterloo, u kom je ulogu Napoleona tumačio Rod Steiger, doživio je propast na blagajnama američkih bioskopa 1970. godine. Kako je upravo u to vrijeme Kubrick tražio finansijere za svoj film o Napoleonu, sredstva je bilo nemoguće naći, te je zbog toga ovako velika zamisao propala.
Now here, for the first time I'm in Montenegro, thanks to the director Drasko, who invited me, and he prepared it all, and now I'm here. My first day. Yeah, my second interview.
Okay. I suppose that you will enjoy it.
I beg your pardon?
I suppose that you will enjoy it tomorrow when you have
I'm sure
more
I will.
spare time.
It seems to be wonderful weather. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. For this kind of year, it's a bit unusual, but it is wonderful weather.
It's gorgeous, yes.
Yes. So I suppose that it is hard for you to pick one, but if you had to pick one project you did with Stanley Kubrick, what would it be and why?
It's hard to say. I suppose Eyes Wide Shut, simply because it's the last film he did. It is the closest memory, and it's a film that he considered the most important in his life, and also because he was so satisfied with it. It was a very difficult film to make, difficult because of its content. It's an internal film. And it's very interesting for me that people who see it now, 10 years later, 15 years later, for the second time, they realize that they actually haven't seen the film in the first place. Yeah, it has many layers, and it's a film that will remain. There's no doubt in my mind that it will be seen by future generations, which is true for all great works of art.
Look, women don't. They basically just don't think like that.
Millions of years of evolution, right? Men have to stick it in every place they can, but for women it is just about security and commitment and whatever the fuck else.
A little oversimplified, Alice, but yes, something like that.
If you men only knew.
I'll tell you what I do know is you got a little stoned tonight, you've been trying to pick a fight with me, and now you're trying to make me jealous.
You've never been jealous about me, have you?
No, I haven't.
And why haven't you ever been jealous about me?
Well, I don't know, Alice. Maybe because you're my wife, and I know you would never be unfaithful to me.
You are very, very sure of yourself, aren't you?
No. I'm sure of you. Do you think that's funny? I need a cloak with a hood and a mask.
Okay, I think we'll find something for you.
I suppose you'd like the password.
If you'd like, sir.
Fidelia.
Thank you, sir.
You realize the danger you're in now.
You've been way out of your depth.
You've got to get away before it's too late.
You men only